This is the Barbados Today afternoon news for Tuesday, June 27th. Thank you for joining us. I am Machaela Williams. St. Lucy MP Denis Kellman says he is not surprised by the low leadership rating that he and Prime Minister Frendel Stuart received in the latest CADRES poll, which was released on Sunday. He got a 0.2% rating for leadership, while opposition leader Mia Mottley emerged as the favorite for Prime Minister. She placed ahead of the former leader, Owen Arthur, with 18% and Stuart with 8% support. Kellman told Barbados Today that Stuart is always being portrayed in a bad light.
For some reason, when it comes to Prime Minister Stuart, myself and a couple others, there's nothing good that can be said, you know. So it's not surprising. These are the same people who wanted us expelled from the party before. So the same cold soup being rewarmed by people who have no political recognition.
The St. Lucy MP says, however, that he believes the result of the poll may end up working to the advantage of the Democratic Labour Party.
No, I don't think it's a balanced analysis, but the truth is it might be a good poll for us. Because, you see, sometimes it's good when you get those analyses so that you will know what you have to do, even if there's no need to do it. You know, so sometimes people attack you and believe they're doing you wrong, but actually they end up doing you good.
Meanwhile, St. Philip West MP Dr. David Estwick is dismissing the poll, saying the DLP will remain in office. And he says he is ready to take on the leadership of the DLP if Prime Minister Frendel Stuart surrenders the post. But he is downplaying calls by political analyst Peter Wickham for Commerce Minister Don Villinis to take up the job, given the low support for Stuart's leadership. Estwick was speaking on the heels of the recent CADRES poll, which showed opposition leader Mia Mottley as the favorite to lead the country. He says he is the man for the job and cites his long service in different ministerial capacities, including finance and economic matters, agriculture, and industry and commerce. Estwick says he has carried the bulk of the DLP's political parties in the 2008 and 2013 campaigns and was able to hold the interest of the crowd. In other news this afternoon, police are seeking the public's assistance in locating missing teenager Chania Machaela Simpson of Rock Hall, St. Philip. The 14-year-old was last seen by her mother, Tamisha Simpson, around 9 o'clock last night when she left home to visit a family member in the area. At the time, she was wearing a t-shirt, short blue jeans pants and a pair of grey slippers. Chania is 5 feet 5 inches tall, slim, dark with a round face. Her ears are pierced twice with an earring in each ear. She is bow-legged. Police are asking anyone with information on the whereabouts of Chania Machaela Simpson to contact the District C Police Station at 416-8200 or 416-8201. You can also call emergency number 211 or the nearest police station.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Good morning, Phillips & Company, may I help? Oh, certainly. One moment, please. Miss Phillips?
Yeah?
There's a lady on the line from the Nation newspaper who would like to speak with you.
The Nation? Will she go on?
Well, they're trying to sell us some ads.
Look, don't make me laugh this morning. Ads in the Nation? They're real expensive, and for what here, nobody ain't buying them papers no more. Nobody ain't want to steal news. I hear reading Barbados Today online for free. So I tell she thanks for calling, but no thanks. We just advertising Barbados Today, families. Tell she is Barbados Today all the way.
Okay, I'll pass on the message. Ma'am, are you still there? Oh, she put it down.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thank you for staying with us. We're back now with news from the region. St. Lucia's Prime Minister Alan Chasney says his office is working with the Labour Department to determine the next move by insurance companies in the wake of the quarry disaster in March. 4 people were killed and 30 others injured when a container exploded at the site. Investigations are ongoing into the incident.
I feel very disappointed that many people have felt abandoned. The government took it upon itself that when we had to send people to Martinique to undertake the cost. So even in being reimbursed for what we've put out, I'm expecting that the insurance company is going to do that. So even without a full report, I still feel that the workmen's compensation insurance should be covering the cost. We are going to look to try to see if we can get legal assistance for people in the community who don't understand what the next steps are. My office will be applying pressure with the Ministry of Labor to ensure that the insurance company is doing its own bit. And then we await the DPP to make the decision on the report. Unfortunately, that part of it, I cannot get involved in. That is strictly in the purview of the DPP.
Former Jamaica Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller is to be named an Honorary Distinguished Fellow of the University of the West Indies. Simpson Miller stepped down from active politics earlier this year, and the UWI Vice-Chancellor, Sir Hilary Beckles, says the institution regards her as an elder who has much more to teach. Simpson Miller became Jamaica's first female Prime Minister after the then leader, P.J. Patterson, retired in 2006. And finally, the United States is planning to name China among the worst offenders in human trafficking and forced labor. International media quotes a congressional source as saying the step could aggravate tensions with Beijing. The reprimand would come despite President Donald Trump's budding relationship with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping. We get more in this Reuters report.
Another blow to the Washington-Beijing relationship could be right around the corner. Sources telling Reuters that the U.S. plans to place China on its list of worst offenders for human trafficking and forced labor around the world, putting it on par with the likes of Iran, Syria, and North Korea. The Tier 3 rating is reserved for countries that fail to meet a minimum standard set by the U.S. without making any effort to improve. The decision would come from Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and is expected to be announced later on Tuesday. It's not clear yet why the U.S. would choose to downgrade China, which is currently on Washington's Tier 2 watch list, although last year's report criticized Beijing for not doing enough to curb state-sponsored forced labor. Donald Trump has also shown signs that his patience is wearing thin when it comes to China's role in the North Korea situation, as Beijing takes only modest steps towards pressuring Pyongyang over its nuclear program. Strictly speaking, any country with a Tier 3 rating could be hit with sanctions from Washington, limiting access to U.S. and international aid.
That's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can find us on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. We are also on Mix 96.9 FM. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good afternoon.